my name is Brandy, and I'm from the Weston Chapel location 253. And today I'm going to be doing my audition video on the Power Surface Peel. Kelly, this is my model, Kelly. Um, Today the reason why I've chosen this service for her is because it's absolutely amazing. Besides the fact that it's a resurfacing treatment, so you kind of get the same principle as is doing our Derma Radiance, which is $80 comparative to $30. The fact that it's hydrating, anti-aging, you have pigmentation issues, it's going to address those. You have acne and scarring. You have acne. If you have just dead skin cells on your face that you want to remove so that your makeup looks better and you look flawless whenever you put that on, this is the service for you. I love the fact that it opens up your layers so that anything that you use after you visit me is going to allow product penetration to go deeper into your barrier functions than it normally would if you were just having superficial treatment done. This service itself has completely changed my skin business. It's one that I believe in. It's one that I can target to really all of my demographics. I absolutely love it. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Right? Okay. Okay. Step number one is going to be our skin resurfacing cleanser. Basically what you're going to do, instead of following the two-step cleaning process that we normally do with our microzones or our facials, you are going to do your cleansing in the start of this with this one, basically starting at your one. Okay, so our first step is going to be two products out of the 15 wonderful ones that we're going to be using. It's going to be the Skin Resurfacing Cleanser, and it's going to be the Daily Microfoliant. Normally we usually do a pre-cleanse and a double cleanse in all of our microzones and our facials. Today is a little different. You're going to do your cleansing in your first step, and you're just going to do it once. So you're going to do one full pump of your resurfacing cleanser into your jelly cup, and then you're going to add about a teaspoon of your Daily Microfoliant into your Skin Resurfacing Cleanser in the jelly cup. Not much. Portion control, because sometimes it'll get out of hand, they will just pour everywhere. Then you're going to take one of our fan brushes and you're just going to mix the product together. Starting at her forehead and going down counterclockwise, that's how I personally do it, you're going to apply the product. Best thing about this service is the fact that if someone's in a rush, they can come on their lunch break, have this done. You're going to finish them in a primer and their SPF, so they can actually put makeup on top of it if they want. So I think it's pretty cool. You're going to want to spread that everywhere. And then you're going to dampen your hands just a little bit, and then you're going to work the product around. You're going to just exfoliate over just a little bit. And then you're going to grab your dainty micro, which looks like this. You're going to put it in peel form. And what this little machine is going to do with the microcurrent attached to the product that I'm going to be removing is it's going to turn the product into a peel. So this is where we're going to start really getting the scientific peel. This is where our skin layers are going to start to fall off. Amazing. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to start at the nape of the neck. You're going to come up, and you're just going to remove. Okay, and then normally what I do is, because I don't use towels throughout, I only usually set myself with two hot towels, is I use our aesthetic wipes, our 4x4s. I dampen them and I actually put those in my towel steamer so that it just kind of allows a comfortable feeling whenever you put it on their face. It's a lot better than cold tepid water. And then you're just going to okay. Next step. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put this on my face. I'm going to just demonstrate opening. Okay, next step of our service is going to be adding what I like to call the power behind Power Peel, which would be the multivitamin power exfoliant. This little baby right here is packed with a lot of energy. It has 15% salicylic, 13% lactic acid, and 1% retinol. This is where you're going to get the tingle factor in this peel. I always warn my clients that they're going to feel a little activity, that they should feel tingling, mostly with their cheeks, probably in their chin area, and that it's different than burning. Explain the difference between the two to your clients just so they know that their skin isn't burning and it's actually tingling. Also, watch the barrier function. You're going to know the signs being an esthetician. You're going to know the signals as far as redness in the cheeks and the forehead and in her chin. So just take a look at her skin. What I do for my ultra calming patients, the people who I have on my ultra calming system, is I actually spray them down with the ultra calming mist after each editing. It's really fucking easy. Okay, what I do for my ultra calming clients that I have on okay, what I do for my clients who are sensitized or highly more sensitized than most is I actually use the ultra calming mist and I spray them in between each one of the steps. That way just to keep them a little more calm, keep their skin a little less red. It's a lot more calming and soothing. So I basically gauge it depending on their skin type and how sensitized they are versus they're not. Most of my clientele hasn't been sensitized. I've had a few, and this has made a world of difference in between each step. So it's just something that you can do that's not in one of your protocol steps that works. Okay. So when you actually use your cut all of that. Okay. The next step in our peel is going to be the power, as I like to call it, in the peel, which is our multivitamin powered resurfacing. No, that's not it at all. I'm not made for this TV shit. Because I had a great video and then I just ruined it. Okay. Okay, our next step in the peel is actually what I like to call the power behind the peel, which is our multivitamin powered exfoliant. This little thing right here is so amazing. We don't sell it to the generalized public. Obviously, this is one of our professional products. what I love the most about it is that there's 15% salicylic, 13% lactic, and 1% retinol. All of your amazing acids. So this is where it's really going to gear you towards your acneic clients. If you're in a treatment series with them and you want to switch it up a little, try the Power Peel. I have women who are going through menopause, and this has been wonderful because they've had nothing but stress breakouts all through this area, and they've told me within 2 days all of the breakouts have been cleared up. So I've actually now been transitioning this whole service into what I've been doing for my teams. I have about 19 to 20 teams that come to me regularly with heavy acne. So it's one of the things that I do treat often, and now this is where this comes in with the salicylic and the lactic and the 1% retinol. Most dermatologists will prescribe 1% retinol to acneic clients. So this is a way to transition your book. This is a way to add the service into everyone who comes to see you. So basically, you're only going to use half of it. So when you're going to open it, you're going to pour out half of it into your hand. Reconnect the top to it, just like this, and save it for your next client. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and have this Kelly's skin. And then we're going to do one pump of the, and then you're going to add 1 pump of the Exfoliant Accelerator 35. Now, if your client is a really sensitized client, the only thing you have to do in this step is just not add this. If you feel as if there's no contraindication, just telling you no, there's no flags in their skin, no redness, then use the Accelerant 35. And today, since Kelly's barrier function seems to be intact as well, I'm going to use it. 1 full pump into your hand, and then you're just going to rub them together. And then you're going to add. All right, we've added her Accelerator 35 and her multivitamin power exfoliant. So now we're going to use our gel machine again. And you're going to do the same thing that you did in step 1 over again. Okay, once that's removed with your BT Micro, then you're just going to take dampened gauze, like I've done before, or cotton 4x4s, such as these, and you're just going to remove the difference that was left on her skin. Okay, step 3. We're actually going to just recreate step 1. So we're going to do hand resurfacing cleanser, 1 pump, and then we're going to add the daily microfoliant as soon as that. And then you're going to mix it. And I just recycle my brushes during the entire time, so I use 2 brushes. the entire surface. And then you're just going to apply it to the skin. And just like the first time, you're going to dampen your hands and you're going to work it around. And then we're going to remove. Okay, our next step is actually going to be doing the exact same thing all over. So you would grab your Daily Cup, your skin resurfacing cleanser, and your daily microfoliant, and you would do the step again. Today I'm just going to do the one step, so you basically get the idea. And then normally after I get done with the second step, or the second time cleansing, that's whenever I use a towel to clean her up. And I infuse my towels with Okay. Okay. After you do the second cleanse, so you're going to add the skin resurfacing cleanser, and you're going to add the daily microfoliant. You're going to oscillate it around like you did the first time. You're going to clean it off again with your cotton 4x4. And then what I do, just to kind of get all the residue off, because you will have little grains pretty much everywhere on the skin still left over, is I like to use a towel just to clean it up the rest of the way. And I infuse my towel with the replenishing botanical mixer, which is right here. I love this stuff. You're just going to clean it up a little bit. Allow the skin to relax a little bit too. Okay, we're on to our next step, which is actually going to be the mask, which is my favorite part of this. Well, actually, the entire thing is my favorite part. But the mask is really amazing. The mask is probably one of the coolest that I've used, and now I transition it into other facials that I do. It's really fun to see how you can cocktail these products. That's my favorite part about it. So it's going to actually be the clinical colloidal oatmeal. I always have problems saying the second word, but this stuff is amazing. You can actually eat it, mixed with the multivitamin power recovery mask and a little bit of water. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your jelly cup. You're going to do 1 scoop of the clinical colloidal oatmeal and the multivitamin power recovery mask. About 1 inch, I'd say, of the product, mixed with a little bit of water and fan brush. I'm going to do this. Okay, well, I'm not done. I've got like 5 more minutes left, and then I'll be out. I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about video. Really. All right. Once you have it mixed up, it's going to look a little like this, and you're just going to put it on. You start the forehead and go around. This mask is amazing. It's going to feel very silky on the skin. They're going to ask you, what's that smell? I always let them try to figure it out before I tell them that it's oatmeal. Some people think I'm putting almond butter on their skin. Really strange. Okay, so once you have the mask on, you're just going to dampen your hands a little bit, like we've done pretty much through every step that we've done in this process today. You're just going to dampen them, and then you're going to saturate the mask. You do this step just for about 2 minutes, because we've opened up those layers, all of these vitamins are pushing deep in. Normal time for mask calls about 5 to 10 minutes, but because of the resurfacing that we've actually done, this only has to be on for about 2 minutes, which is pretty cool. That's what cuts your time down to 30 minutes. Still getting all the effects that you would need from the mask. And then we're going to remove it. And we're going to remove it with another one of our towels that is infused with the replenishing botanical mixer. All right, next we're going to tone Kelly. So we're going to use Ultra Calming Mist, and then we're just going to mix it I like to say about 3 rainbows or 4. Whichever. Check your barrier function. Make sure that everything's intact with hydration level. Let's make sure that there's no sign of stress in the skin. She looks great. So we're going to go on to our next step, which is going to be the daily resurfacer. You're going to use this in conjunction with this. So 1 pump, and then you're just going to do it around the entire face. Okay. Then what I would normally like to do is I take the Ultra Calming Complex, this little guy right here, and I'm going to put that all over. Okay, next is pretty much my favorite product ever existed, and that would be the multivitamin power serum. So this is pretty much one of the things that I sell the most here besides the Dynamic Skin, which is my next one I'm about to talk about. But you're going to take this and you're going to put this around the eyes and the lips. I also do the additive forehead and around the brow bone, just because I feel like you just need a mask of it. I think it's wonderful. And then you're going to put it all around the lips as well. And depending on if they're sensitized or not, then you would add the Ultra Calming Serum Concentrate. Now, if they're not sensitized, then you don't really need to use this product. So then you would just go straight into your Dynamic Skin. It's got firmers in it. It's an SPF of 50. You really can't get better than that. Last but not least, we're going to use the Age Frontline or Skin Perfect Primer. I really didn't know much about this item until the Power Peel came, or the Power Surface Peel. It's amazing. It's great. It primes the skin whenever they leave here. There's an SPF of 15 or 30 in it. There's an SPF of 30 in it. It primes the skin. It puts the luminizers all over it. It just basically color corrects anything that you've done. So they don't walk out with any redness. They shouldn't walk out with any redness. Some may. There's always a possibility of it happening. But this product's going to help diminish that. This product's going to make them go out with an even texture in their skin. It's really, really cool. So I'm going to add that to Kelly as my last step. Okay, and we're all done today. So you didn't get to see before Kelly came in, but I went ahead and went through the process of the consultation, went through contraindications, which are the things that would allow or not allow this procedure to happen today. So we went through all of her paperwork. The last thing that you would do is finish with her at-home script. So you would go through with your microdome, you would go through Okay, so now we're all done. One thing that you guys didn't get to see because of the length of this video is Kelly's consultation, which was very thorough before we started this. That way we could rule out contraindications on if she could or couldn't have this done. Like I said, this is something that's absolutely worldly amazing to every skin type. You can sell this really to anyone, except for pregnant. Why am I saying that? But my contraindication fucking stupid. Okay. Okay, now we're finished. One thing that you didn't get to see in the video, considering our time constraint, is how important the consultation is beforehand. Kelly didn't have any contraindications, pointing to know that we couldn't have this done. But we do have a long, lengthy list. Obviously, things that you need to avoid and things that would stir you from doing this on her. One of the bright sides of this is you can actually use it on every skin type, which I can't stress enough, which has been really my success behind this entire service, which has changed my skin business from top to bottom within months. Actually, I'm #1 right now in the district for sales on it. So I am someone who really, you can. You're there. You're there. Okay. Okay. So we're done. One thing that you guys didn't see today and the beginning of the video was because of our time constraint is how important I cannot stress that the consultation is before you do this service. You are resurfacing someone's skin. This is opening up her layers deep. This is something that she's going to do, that her at-home care is just as important as what you're doing in this her regimen. She will not be able to be out in direct sunlight. She will have to be prone to putting on her SPF if that's not something that she or he does. She will need to really take care of her skin or else pigment can deposit. So we've opened her up. So when you leave this room, just make sure that you're very thorough with your list of things to do and not to do, as well as if you need to recommend some products. If they're highly sensitized, maybe you should recommend the Ultra Calming Cleanser for them to use for the first few days. Either way, everything that you're going to use is going to penetrate so much deeper. That's why I can't stress how much I love this entire service. The service in a whole has changed my skin business. And you can really do it on anyone. I use this, like I said, on my team, my older clientele, my clientele that is my age. Simply as amazing as it is for $30, will cancel you guys every day. So make sure at the end of it that you do have your lengthy in the post consultation that you're going to tell them all the things that they can and can't do. So that's pretty much it. I don't know how to end it. I don't know how to close it. We're well aware. I've got to close this video though, or else I can't finish it. I'm gonna have to redo this entire. It's that slow. It can't be like cut. You know what I mean? It can't be like that. Okay. Okay. All right. So our service is done. One thing that I didn't get to display today because of our time constraints in the video is how important her consultation is, or your client consultation is, before you actually start with them. That's how you're going to go down your list of contraindications that's going to allow you to either do the service or recommend something else for them. Um, this service has completely changed my skin business. I couldn't be more thankful for this service. I absolutely believe in it. It is wonderful, and I think everyone should have it, to be honest. Aside from everything else that we do at Ulta with Dermalogica, this probably has to be my favorite overall because of the results in the skin that I've had and the results and my return clientele that I've had from it. Word of mouth. Everything has been absolutely wonderful. So I would just like to say thank you for the opportunity. I would absolutely love to be a skincare trainer, skincare therapist trainer for Ulta. It would mean a lot to me. I love the product that we use. I stand behind it, and I'm a firm believer in its results. So, yeah, pick me. I think it would be great. Kelly, what do you think?
Yeah.
Do you love your skin?
I love my skin.
Soft and amazing. Okay, everyone. Thank you for everything, and depending on how many people are watching this. Bye from 253. Thank you.